Hello guys, my name is Dhruvil A. Today about my topic is your human magnet. What what's the key to success? Why do you some people success while other fails? Early night Nightingale, the great success right broadcast caster and speaker addressed this issue in his famous record message. And tried the strangest secret in this program, he identified the key to success in just 6 words. Of course, he went on to explain it in more detail, but the fundamentals of his success secret is only 6 words. You would like to know the 6 word, would not you? Will before I tell you the key to success, you might be surprised to learn that the same 6 words are also the key to failure. Are you ready for the key to success? Here it is. We become what we think about on a good level. Does that make sense to you? In this research on the subject, Nightlight found that all of the great writers, philosophers, and religious leaders have urged that our truths determine our actions. Here are the observation of a few great thinkers on this very point. Napoleon Hill said, "What's the mind? Can you convince and believe that mind can achieve?" The Bible contains numerous references to thinking, including this: according to your faith be it into you. As a man think in his head, so is he. If you can believe, all things are possible. Ralph Waldo Emerson put it this way: a man is what he thinks about all day long. Robert Collier's often his insight: there is nothing on earth you cannot have once you have mentally accept the fact that you can have it. And finally, there are the well-known words of Henry Ford, who said, "Whether you think you can or thinks you cannot, you are right." How this principle works. Let's examine the concept a little further. That we become what we think about. Here's how it's works. If you constantly think about a particular goals, then you are take step to move toward that goal. Let's say that someone thinks he is capable of earning $13,000 per year. Like a human magnet, Fred will attract those employment operational that will be move him in that direction. As long as Fred cling to that through Hill's research, his goal of earning $30,000 per year. However, if Fred begins to think, "Hey, I'd like to earn more money to meet the growing needs of my family. I want to earn $15,000. Will Fred's income increase?" It depends just how strong is Fred's belief that he can earn $15,000. It's quite possible that Fred would like to earn $50,000, but he does not believe that he is really capable of earning that amount in the case Fred. will not reach his income goals of $15,000 if on in other hand Fred continually thinks about earning the higher income and believes in this ability to achieve that goals, he will in fact increase his income to $15,000. As you might expect, this concept is not limited to monetary goals. Suppose you are shooting around of 95 on the golf course right now. By concentrating on the beginning, that score down to 85, and by truly believe in your ability to do so, you are begin to take steps to move towards that goals. You may take lessons, you may practice more, but in the end you will begin your score down and research your objective. Dominated through rules the day. The idea that we become what we think about has also been expressed as the law of domination. Through this means that there's a power within each of us that propels us in the directions of our current domination. Truth. The key words here is dominate. You cannot expect positive result when you spend 10 seconds a day thinking positives and the remaining 16 waking hours dwelling on negative outcomes. Here's the bottom lines: a little positive thinking does not produce positive results, just like a little bites of a diet does not work. It is like trying to lose weight by eating a healthy low calories breakfast and then picking over on cake and ice cream for the rest of the day. The same is true of exercise. You cannot do your 5 minutes of the exercise once a week and expect to be physically fit. Look at positive thinking in the same way. A little bites just does not get the job done. Instead, you must take control of your mental activity and thinking positively throughout each and every day until it's become a habit. Remember, it has to be your dominant through patterns. Take a moment to consider your domestic through in the major areas of your life are the serving your holiday you back. Attitude adjustment leads to real estate or ownership. Let me share a personal example to demonstrations the power of our truth. In the 1970 and early 1980s, I observed many people in my area, long less newer, who were making a lot of the money by purchasing homes for investment purpose and renting them out. The homes were appreciating in the value considerable each year. Sure, there are the usual handouts of having to deal with tenant problem, but the return this investor where the getting was incredible. Well, I keep thinking that I should start buying some investment homes, but I never took any action because I continue to doubt myself. My thinking was dominated by all of the things that could go wrong. Simply put, I had loosely attitude, and with a negative attitude, is it any wonder that I never took the first step? However, after I started reading books and listening to tapes on the power of attitude and Graham, I decided to change my attitude about real estate investment in the summer of 1986. I decided that before the end of the that year, I would purchase two investment homes. This time, I wasn't going to allow any negatives through to creep into my mind. For 6 months, I focused my thing on one things on owning to investment firms. I wrote down my goals several times each day. The referred to them often. I believe at that disappeared level of my begin. That's idea owned two homes before the end of the year in the evening and on weekends. I went with real estate agents to look at home. I personally visit about 100 homes and research 100 of the years. In the fall of 1986, I purchased an investment property. What's a great feeling of accomplishment to do something that I would not allow myself to do before, but I still had work to do. And on the 29th, just 2 days before the end of the year, I researched my goals and bought the second investment home. As I look back at why I was able to purchase the real estate in 1986 while I could not do it in the year before then, the answer is clear. In 1986, I believed that I could do it. I had an unstable positive attitude that properly me forward to reach my goals. This entire experience was permanently valuable to me. In fact, it was a princess because it's truth. Me thank you. You can achieve your goals when you believe in yourself and keeps your thoughts focused on this positive attitude. Attitude versus actions. I I have been taking a lot about thinking, and you might be wondering where action fits into his process. It's true that you don't get result without action, but recognizing that through press this action, I always knew the action that I have to take to buy those investment properties. Contacts, relots, visit properties, review news, review newspaper, listening, and so on. But I never took the first step. As long as had a negative attitude, the instant I changed my attitude, I felt compelled to take action, and nothing was going to stop me. That's why a positive belief system is the starting point for the achievement of any goals. When you dominate belief is that you can achieve your goals, you begin taking the action necessary to move in the direction your consummation reflect what you've been thinking about. Face this fact, you believe brought you to where you are today, and your thinking from this point forward will take you to where you you be in the future. In fact, your result in every areas of your life reflect your deeply held truths about yourself. Consider you finance. What are your belief in this area? Are you constantly thinking about not having enough money? Devel on the truth, and you block the flow of the money to you. And there is the matter of relationship. If you think that you don't deserve much, you attract friends and parents into your life who won't treat you very well. I bet you know someone who always seems to go out with the wrong person. In fact, the last 29 people they were gone out with the were wrongs for them. Do you think this is the mere considers? Oh no, there is the deeply held belief inside that individual that attracts these people into his or her life. And whether we are talking about finance, relationship, or career, that facts remain. If you thought don't change, your result won't not change. Change your thinking. Frontally, there are exciting news. You can change your thoughts through thereby changing your result. Here's how. For started, become aware of aware of what you say to yourself all day. Each of us has internal voice. In other words, we text to ourselves too often. However, what we say is negative, critical, and self-limited. Purchase. You find yourself thinking, "I cannot do this. I always miss things up." These truths work against you. You let's repeat to yourself that you can and will accomplish your goals. As we will discuss more fully in part of this book, it's also important to become aware of the words you use on regular basis. For example, do you put yourself down or talk about the things you could never have or achieve? Your mind hears every word you speak, and like a management, you will ultimately attract the events and consummation and that correspond to your dominant belief. So make sure to use positive words about yourself and your goals. Here are two more action steps to help you become positively and get the result you want. Step 1. Every day read some positive. Ultimately find 15-13 minutes in the morning to do this, and it's also a good idea to do some reading right before bed. There are literally thousands of motivational books and articles to choose from. Read whether speak to you. It could be the Bible or others spiritual materials or paragraphs, inspiring biographies. You will find a wide selections to success book in the physiology and self-improve section to any bookstore or library. So check them out. Step 2. Every day listen to motivational audio programs. You can listen to them your car will commute at home or during your experience routine. The keys is inspection. When you are here this message over and over, they become parts of and you being to implement them to improve your life. They'll, they will get you thinking about your attitudes and other success then principles on a daily basis. Of course, audio programs are not a sub- substitute for action. It's up to you to put this idea to work. So, if you read something positive and listening to motivational audio programs every day, it will make a phenomenal difference in your life. I can tell you from personal experience that this technically work if you have discipline to stick with them. The lessons I will learn this change you thinking and you change your life. You will become what you think about. Don't count on overnight success before concluding. ID likes to carry, carry play of 5 things about positive thinking and the power of or through. First of all, positive thinking does not mean that you will achieve your goals overnight. It is not if you started thinking about making more money and the next morning you wake up and find the stack of dollar bills at your bedside, not by a long shot success requirement effort committed and plastic. And secondly, positive thinking does not mean you, you won't have any more problems. Believe me, you will have plenty of setbacks along the way. However, if you continue to believe in your self actions and prayers, you will overcome those obstacles. And remember, you are considered moving in the directions of your domestic through everything you achieve in your lifetime flows from your thoughts. Believe negative thinking yields negative results and positive thinking produce positive results. Keep your attitudes windows cleaning and begin bright so that the positive truths can come shining through. It simply makes to sender to, to think negative truths unless you want to get negative result, and I know you don't want that to happen. So from this point forward, choose your thoughts wisely and use this powerful principle to get fantastic result in your in your li- in your life. You control your attitude. It's your jobs to keep your window clean. Sure, I can give you a little in, increments, and can other people can encourage you to, but in the it nobody else can do it. If you see, you always have a choice. You can leave the field on your windows and look at life through a smeared glass, but there are consequences to that approach. and they are not very pretty. You are go through if you negative and frustrated. You be unhappy. You will achieve only a frustration of what you are capable of achieving. There are some better way when you choose to take out your square git and clean your windows. Life, life feel bright and sunrise. You will be healthier and happier. You will set some ambition goals and begin to achieve them. Your dreams will come alive again. Still doubt, still doubtly whether you are really have a power to change your attitudes. Perhaps you are thinking, Jeff, that is your is for you to do. Say your attitude would not be so good if you had many problems. Granted, some really devastating things may have happened to you. You may have endured much suffering. Perhaps you are going through some nights right now, but when under the worst circumstances, I still contend that you have the power to choose your attitude. I am not saying it is easy, but the fact remains the choice is yours. Let me tell you about a man who is the well qualified to speak on the subject of attitude. His name is Dr. Vikrot Frank, and he went through the hell on earth and management not only to survive but to inspire millions of people. You see, Viktor Frankl endured years of the horror as the prisoner in this the Nazi that campus. To make matter worse, Bruce, his father's mother's brothers and his wife died in the camps or were killed in glass chambers every day. Frankel and their longest parents suffered from hunger, cold, and brightly. Can a person control his or her attitude in a situation like that? Here's what Dr. Frankel had to say about in the importance of the attitude and his best selling books. Men search for meaning. Now if you Dr. Frankel's and other other pioneers had the ability to choose their attitude in the facts of the unexpectable suffering, who who are we claim that the cannot take control of attitudes as hugs downs. I said a happy person is not a person in a creation set of criminals, but rather a person with the creation set of the attitudes. That's a powerful statement and his truth. When it is all said and done, you alone control your attitude and success. Okay, let's say you clean off your windows and develop the positive attitude. You are smiling, you sit home and thinking positive through will that alone leads you to alter greater success and the diligence of your friends' dreams. No, it's what because there are more success than just having a great attitude. The maximums the your potentials and achieve your goals You need the creation time honor principle of the success that help millions of people to achieve extendedly recalling suits. Thank you.